Hello, students. Good morning to everyone. Welcome back to my science class here. Yes, how are you all? I hope you are all fine by the grace of God. And have you all had your breakfast? Yeah, very good. Then I hope you are all now ready to listen the class. Yeah, what are all the concepts we have discussed in the previous class? Let me rewind those, and after that, let us move for the next one. Okay. Yes. So, what are all the concepts we have discussed in the previous class? Yes, that is about air. Sorry, that's about air. We have discussed about the air as well as water, right? So we have discussed that air is present all around us, and we need air to breathe, right? So what gas we inhale and what gas we exhale? That is oxygen gas. So we are inhaling oxygen gas and exhaling ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾವು ಆಕ್ಸಿಜನ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ನ ಒಳಗಡೆ ತೊಗೊತೀವಿ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಬ್ರೀದ್ ಇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಡೈಆಕ್ಸೈಡ್ ಗ್ಯಾಸ್ನ ಬ್ರೀದ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೈ ಏರ್ ಈಸ್ ನೀಡೆಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಏರ್ ಈಸ್ present all around us, and we all know that moving air is known as wind. And in the same way, water. Coming to the water, why water is needed, whether water is needed for all the living creatures or not, right? So we have discussed about all these things, and one more important thing we have discussed is about water cycle, right? So water cycle in which the water which exists in the bodies, okay, water bodies like seas, oceans, rivers, lakes, it's going to be evaporated by the heat of sunlight, right? By the heat of the sun, and that evaporation that actually condenses in the form of water droplets in the sky, and when these water droplets forms the clouds, and when these clouds become too heavy, they precipitate to the earth, or they fall down to the earth in the form of rain, right? Now again the water bodies are going to be filled up with the water, and this is a routine process. What we can say, this is a circular or the cycling process. So we we term it as a water cycle, right? So we have discussed about the air as well as water, and now in today's class let us move to the next topic, that is weather. Okay, so weather. So what is weather, how this weather changes? Let us see all the things. So weather, coming to the weather, let me ask some basic questions. That is, so you may have heard that in the TV channels or in newspapers, in your mobile phones, what they say actually weather. So it's about 29 degrees Celsius in Sindanur, right? So that is about the temperature. So it may rain, since if it is raining, and they says that it is rainfall is about 2 to 3 days, right? So weather and telecast, they are going to announce announce those things, announce those news that's about weather. So weather and forecast, they are telling about like that. ಈ ವಾತಾವರಣದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಏನಂದರೆ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ತಾಪಮಾನ, ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಟೆಂಪ್ರೇಚರ್ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ 29 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ ಸಿಂಧನೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇಷ್ಟು ವೆದರ್ ಇದೆ, ಹೌದಾ? ರಾಯಚೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇಷ್ಟಿದೆ, ರಾಯಚೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇಷ್ಟು ಟೆಂಪ್ರೇಚರ್ ಇದೆ, ಇಷ್ಟು ಮಳೆ ಬೀಳೋ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಮಳೆ ಬರುವಂಥ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಸಿಂಧನೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನು 2 ಡೇಸ್ ಮಳೆ ಬರುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿ ವೆದರ್ ಹಿಯರ್. ಓಕೆ, ವೆದರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಅದು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ ವಾತಾವರಣದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ನಾವು ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ವೆದರ್ ಇನ್ ಟುಡೇಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್. Yes, weather. So here, check. Yeah, fill in the blanks with hot or cold. Today is very, very dash. Let us go for swimming. So, yes, swimming. And in the same way, I'm wearing 3 layers of sweater. It's very dash. Let us be near fire. Okay, so this says about the weather here. So, if it is sunny, so if it is so sunny or that is the temperature is very high. So if the temperature is very very high means what will you say, that is it is too hot, right? So for that reason you just you wish to drink coconut water, tender coconut, and cool drinks, right? So you prefer for that. In the same way, if it is too cold means that only, then only you are going to wear the sweaters, right? So if you cannot wear the chilly winter, so to protect you from the chilly winter you are going to wear the sweater, right? So let us see, that is nothing but the that says about hot or cold is the weather. And now let us discuss in detail. So sometimes the day is cool and sometimes it could be hot. Sometimes it may be sunny, sometimes it may be cloudy and rain. The different conditions such as hot, cold, cloudy and rain in our surroundings is called as weather. Yes, in the beginning of the class it's already told that weather tells about the conditions, right? Whether the condition may be hot, too hot, cold, it may be rainfall, anything, okay, cloudy, rainy, anything, ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ರೇಡಿಯೋ ಸ್ಟೇಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಮೋಡ ಕವಿದ ವಾತಾವರಣ ಇದೆ, ಹೌದಾ? ಮೋಡ ಕವಿದ ವಾತಾವರಣ ಇದೆ, ಇಂದು ಮೋಡ ಕವಿದ ವಾತಾವರಣ ಗೋಚರ ಆಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದೇ ಥರ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಇನ್ನೂ 2-3 ದಿನದ ತನಕ ಮಳೆ ಬರುವಂಥ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ರಾಯಚೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಇಷ್ಟು ಟೆಂಪ್ರೇಚರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಬಳ್ಳಾರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇಷ್ಟು ಟೆಂಪ್ರೇಚರ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಸಿಂಧನೂರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ನಿನ್ನೆಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಇವತ್ತು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ, ಮತ್ತು ನಾಳೆ ಕೂಡ ವೇರಿಯೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಿದು ಒಂದು ಬಿಸಿಲು, ಅಂದರೆ ಬಿಸಿಲು ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಮಳೆ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಚಳಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳೋದು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ವಾತಾವರಣ ಕ್ಲೌಡಿ ನೇಚರ್, ಹೌದಾ? ಕ್ಲೌಡಿ ಆಗಿ ಇರೋದು, ಮೋಡ ಕವಿದ ವಾತಾವರಣ ಇರೋದು, ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲದನ್ನು ಹೇಳೋದೇ ವೆದರ್. Okay, so weather that mainly tells about the conditions, different conditions such as hot, cold, cloudy, rainy in our surroundings. Okay, so that is mainly weather. I hope you have got the better point here. A sunny morning, cloudy noon, rain in the, okay, so rain in the evening. So these are all about the weather conditions. So it is so sunny and here you can see the cloudy weather, right? And also it's raining in the evening. So these are different types of, so these are different conditions, not types, they are conditions of weather. These are the different conditions actually that tells about the weather. Now let us see how does this weather change, right? So you have been observed that it is morning, it is sunny morning, and in the same day it is cloudy noon, okay, and the afternoon it is very cloudy, and when it is evening it is going to be rain. It's there is a heavy fall, you observe that there is a heavy fall in the evening. So how this weather change? So at the morning you will see, you saw that it's so sunny, that is the condition was very hot, and at the afternoon that is cloudy weather was appeared, and in the same day at the evening it's going to be rainfall, right? So how can these these conditions are changed? Let us see that. So in only one day we have observed that sunny in the morning, cloudy nature in the afternoon, and it's raining in the evening, right? So in the one day we can observe all these conditions, and let us see how does this weather changes. So the sun, clouds, rain and the wind affect the weather of a place. Yes, so the sun as well as wind, rain and clouds, all these affect the weather of a particular place. So for a particular place, all these sun, cloud, rain and wind affect to that particular place. Okay, so how sun, and let us see how these four conditions, how these four effects influences the weather here. Okay, ಹೇಗೆ ಇದು ಬರೋ ಥರ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಹೇಗೆ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗೋ ಥರ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಕೀಪ್ ದ ಸನ್, ಹೌ ದ ಸನ್ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲೂಯೆನ್ಸಸ್ ದಿ ವೆದರ್. Okay, now let's see why does the weather change, and the factors that influences the weather. So the sun, clouds, rain and the wind affect the weather of a place, and here now let's discuss how these all conditions influences the weather. First comes is how the sun influences the weather. So weather keeps changing on a day-to-day basis. It also differs at a different times of the day. Sun is an important factor that influences the weather. Yes, so this is very important, that how the sun influences the weather. Yes, the sun. I hope you have seen the sun in the day. Okay, so the sun in the morning, at the early morning you can see the sun heat or the rays of the sun is falling slightly on the earth, and comparing to the sun at the noon. Okay, so at the afternoon we'll be seeing the sun, which is sun whose rays is going to be fall on the earth straightly, so that we will feel sunny day. Okay, so it's very hot during the noons, and it's very better compared to the noons in the evening and morning sessions. Okay, yes, now see here, notice the position of the sun during Notice the position of the sun during morning and evening. In the morning and evening, the sun is low in the sky. The rays of the sun are slanting and not straight. Therefore, morning and evening are cooler. The days when the sun shines brightly and is not hidden behind the clouds are known as sunny days. So, in the afternoon, the sun is overhead and the rays fall straight. Therefore, afternoons are hottest and the nights are cooler because there is no sun. Yes, see here, dear students, as already told that the sun in the morning and the evening, the position, notice the position of the sun. So they are very at the lower positions, hence the rays fall slantly on the earth. Right, so that we feel very slightly cooler compared to the afternoon. Okay, so yeah, the rays at the afternoon, the days when the sun shines brightly and not hidden behind the clouds, are known as sunny days. Okay, so during summer we feel very hot because the sun is going to be the sun shines brightly in the sky, as well as the sun's rays fall directly to the earth's surface, and there is no clouds that hide the sun, so we feel very hot, and it was a sunny, because it was a sunny day, right? So, and in the afternoon sessions, right, so as now I told that, right? So in the afternoon session, the sun is overhead and the rays are going to be fall straightly to the earth, so we feel very hot during the afternoon. And in the same way, in the morning and evening, the sun rays fall slightly but not straightly, so we feel somewhat cooler during morning and evening time, right? So this is why we say walk in the evening or morning, right? Because in the afternoon session the sun is going to be shine very brightly and the day is very hot, right? So we say that always walk during the evening or during morning, because of the day is cooler compared to the afternoon, right? So coming to the clouds and rains, how these clouds and rains influences the weather. Yes, there are also some days when you are not able to see the sun. So, this is because the rays of the sun are blocked by the clouds, and such days are known as cloudy days. So, the dark clouds bring rain, and the weather becomes cool after it rains. Yes, so here see how the clouds and rains influences the weather. Coming to the clouds and rains, as already we know that clouds, how these clouds are formed, they are mainly formed because of the water which is evaporated from the water bodies due to heat of sun, right? So these evaporation, that evaporated water, it's going to be that condenses in the form of water droplets in the sky. So for example, if it is a sky, these, right, so if it is a sky, these water droplets are going to be condensed, these water droplets are going to be condensed, and they form the cloud. And when this cloud becomes too heavy, they fall to the earth in the form of rain, right? So here these clouds, these dark clouds brings the rain to the earth, right? So these clouds in the rainy season, okay, so they are not and here in the rainy season we cannot see the sun because these clouds are going to be block the sun, right? So such days are the cloudy days. So such type of days are called as cloudy days, and these dark clouds brings the rain. And when it is rain, when yes, right. So these dark clouds bring rain to the earth, and always notice that when it rains, after the rain, the weather becomes very cool, right? So that kind of weather is liked by all of us, right? I like rain, and you? Yes, I hope because everyone will like the rain here. And next, coming to the how wind influences the weather. The gentle and slow moving wind is known as breeze, and strong wind, sometimes accompanied by thunder and lightning, is known as storm. And the storm can cause a lot of damage. They can uproot trees, they damage the buildings, and even blow off the roofs of the houses. Yes, we saw that how the sun affect the weather, influences the weather, and the clouds as well as rains. So in the same way, let us have a look on the wind also. Wind. So wind, ಗಾಳಿ, ಅದೇ ಗಾಳಿ ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಬೀಸಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ? Yes, that is known as thunder, right? ಏನದು ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ವಿಂಡ್ ಸಮಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಅಕಂಪೇನ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ಥಂಡರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲೈಟ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ನೋನ್ ಆಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಮ್. ಸೊ ಥಂಡರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಒಂದು ನಾಯ್ಸ್, ಓಕೆ, ಗುಡುಗು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ ಆ ಥರ. ಲೌಡ್ ಆರ್ ಕ್ರಾಶಿಂಗ್ ನಾಯ್ಸ್ ಹರ್ಡ್ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಲೈಟ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸ್ಕೈ. ಸೊ ಮಳೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, ಗುಡುಗು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಮಿಂಚು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಎಸ್, ಫಸ್ಟು ಏನಾಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, ಮಿಂಚು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಗುಡುಗು ಕೇಳಿಸುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ. ಯಾಕೆ, ವೈ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಮೇನ್ ರೀಸನ್? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವೆನೆವರ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರೇನಿಂಗ್, ಇಫ್ it lightning in the sky first, and after it lightning we only heard the thunder, the sound of thunder. Why mainly? Because so the speed, the velocity of the light is greater than the velocity of sound. So that is the reason why we will get the light before a light after why this is the reason why, because we will get after raining, during the raining we will get lightning, and after that thunder, or after that we will listen the thunder voice. Okay, so that's the louder crashing noise that's heard after the lightning in the sky during the rain. Okay, so gentle and slow moving wind is called as breeze. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಸ್ಲೋ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ವಿಂಡಿಗೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಗಾಳಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅದೇ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಥಂಡರ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಗುಡುಗು ಸಿಡ್ಲು ಬರ್ತವೆ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಬರ್ತವೆ ಗುಡುಗು ಸಿಡ್ಲು? ಸ್ಟೋಮ್ಸ್ ಕೆನ್ ಕಾಸ್ ಅ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜ್. ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ how the winds influences the weather. The gentle and slow moving wind is known as breeze, and strong wind sometimes accompanied by thunder and lightning is known as storm. And the storm can also causes the lot of damage. So here wind ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋ ಥರ ಗಾಳಿ ನಿಧಾನವಾಗಿ ಬೀಸುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇ ಗಾಳಿ ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಬೀಸಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ರವಾಹ ಆಗೋಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಹೌದಾ? ಬಿರುಗಾಳಿ ಬಂದಾಗ ಕೆಲವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವ್ದು ಥರ ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜ್ ಅಂದರೆ, ಸೊ ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಗಾಳಿ ಬೀಸಿದಾಗ, ಬಿರುಗಾಳಿ ಬೀಸಿದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸಾಯಿಲು ಟಾಪ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಲೇಯರ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಅರ್ತ್, ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಏನಾಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, ಗಾಳಿ ಜೊತೆನೇ ಹಾರಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಹೌದಾ? ಏರ್ ಜೊತೆ ಮಿಕ್ಸಪ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಎರೋಷನ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಸ್ಡ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಗಾಳಿ ಬೀಸಿದಾಗ ಗಿಡ ಮರಗಳು ಏನಾಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತವೆ, ಬಿದ್ದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದರ ರೂಟ್ಸು ಸಹಿತ ಕಿತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಿದ್ದು ಆ ಮಣ್ಣು ಏನಾಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, ಮಣ್ಣು ಮತ್ತು ಸಾಯಿಲ್ ಎರೋಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮಣ್ಣು ಆ ಭೂಮಿ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಇರೋಂಥ ಮಣ್ಣು ಆ ಗಿಡಗಳ ಬೇರುಗಳಿಗೆ, ರೂಟ್ಸಿಗೆ ಹತ್ತಿ ಏನಾಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ಮಣ್ಣು ಸಹಿತಿಗೆ ಎರೋಷನ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ವೇ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಫಾಲ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೋಮ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ದ ರೂಫ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಹೌಸಸ್. ಸೊ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್, ದೊಡ್ಡ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ಸೂ ಬೀಳೋ ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ, ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಮನೆಗಳು, ಸಣ್ಣ ಮನೆಗಳ ರೂಫ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಅಂದರೆ ಮೇಲಿನ ಚಾವಡಿ, ಸೊ ಆ ಚಾವಡಿನೂ ಏನಾಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, ಜೋರಾಗಿ ಗಾಳಿ ಬೀಸಿದಾಗ ಕಿತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸಣ್ಣ ಮನೆಗಳು ಏನಾಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತವೆ, ಜೋರು ಪ್ರವಾಹ ಅಂಥವೆಲ್ಲ ಬಂದಾಗ ನೀರಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಚ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಥರ ಗಾಳಿಯಿಂದ, ನೀರಿಂದ ಕೆಲವೊಂದಿಷ್ಟು ನಮಗೆ ವೆದರ್ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ಸು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಸ್ಟೋಮ್ಸ್ ಕೆನ್ ಕಾಸಸ್ ದಿ ಲಾಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜ್, ಲೈಕ್ ಡ್ಯಾಮೇಜಿಂಗ್ ದ ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬ್ಲೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ roofs of the houses, and also even the destroying of trees, right? And also that this causes the soil erosion. So these are some of the influences of weather by the wind. So yes, in this today's class we mainly learned about the weather and how the factors which are responsible for the weather and the changing of weather, as well as these factors, the factors that influences the weather, how they actually influence us. We have discussed all these things in today's class, and if you are having any doubts, you can ask me. Thank you. Have a nice day.